Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Meron na naman tayong isang pag-uusapan na federal court decision. It's been a while since we discussed one. This time involving a caregiver. Nag-apply po for PR under one of the pilot programs. Dininay ng IRCC ang PR application. Bakit? Pinagdudahan yung employer ni caregiver. Ano yung pinagdudahan specifically? Bakit raw 16 years old na yung aalagaan bata? Okay. Hininga ng paliwanag, bakit kailangan ng full-time childcare? 16 years old na yan. Ang problema, hindi po nakapagbigay ng sapat na dahilan. Okay, o paliwanag si caregiver. At yan ang naging dahilan, kaya na-refuse ang kanyang PR application. O nabigay ko na yung gist, no? Pero bago natin puntahan yung mismong federal court decision, I wanted to share with you something first kasi maikli lang yung federal court ruling, ano. This is totally unrelated, pero I think it's still interesting for many of our viewers. Check this out. Meron pong bagong survey inilabas ang US News and World Report about the best countries. Okay, para sa taong 2026. Curious ba kayo? Gusto niyo malaman pang ilan ang Canada? Ito yan. Okay. Una, ang number 1, ito, Switzerland. Number 2, Denmark. Tapos Sweden. Tapos Germany. Oh, yung balita ko, yung Germany, marami na rin dumarating dyan ngayon ng mga bagong immigrants, no? O, sige. Pang-ilan ang Canada? Oh, wala pa tayo sa top 10. Wala po sa top 10. Sige, loading. Ang Canada ay wala pa rin, oh. 15, 16, wala pa rin. 17. Ayun, tayo po ay nasa number 19. Number 19, right after the US, which in this survey is at number 18. Puntahan natin tong data nila tungkol sa Canada, no? So, it's number 19 in overall rankings. Maraming mga factors, no, ang kinonsider para dun sa overall ranking. Kasama dyan. Ito, civic health, culture and tourism, economic development, governance, health, infrastructure, natural environment, and opportunity. We fared well, ang Canada, sa culture and tourism. Doon tayo pinakamataas na ranking na, no? Number 8, culture and tourism. Mataas na, sumunod na nating medyo mataas na ranking, parehong number 18 sa larangan ng governance and opportunity. I'm not sure what our ranking was in 2025. But again, this is for the year 2026. Yun lang naman, I just wanted to share with you that survey. Ngayon, puntahan na natin ang ating federal court decision. Yeah, this federal court decision, bago pa. Mga 2 weeks ago lang po nilabas. May 14, 2026. Hindi po Pilipino ang caregiver na ito, no? The applicant is 45 years old from India. Okay, January 2021 pa siya nag-apply for PR under the home child care provider class. Okay? Ang kanyang offer of employment, a Canadian family who in 2021 were seeking full-time caregiver for their 2 children daw. Noong 2021, ang edad ng mga bata, 14 at 12. Okay, medyo matagal pinrocess. Para ngayon, ano, medyo ang laki rin ng backlog sa mga caregiver PR applications. So, more than 2 years later, August 2023, si IRCC sumulat daw muna doon sa employer. Okay? IRCC sent the prospective employer a procedural fairness letter requesting details on why a full-time caregiver was required given the children's ages. So at that time, no, pinagdududahan na parang siguro iniisip matanda na ito para kailangan pangalagaan 14 and 12. Si employer po ay hindi sumagot. IRCC did not receive a response to the PFL. Okay. Dumaan na. Natapos na ang taong 2023. January 2024 naman. Si IRCC sumulat ngayon sa caregiver dun sa mismong applicant. Pinadala din po siya ng isang PFL. Ang sabi nga dun, hindi nag-respond rather ang iyong employer. No response to the earlier PFL had been received and requesting certain documents from her. Sumagot naman si caregiver applicant at nagpadala rin daw ng information galing sa kanyang prospective employer. Ang sabi doon na yung full-time caregiver was needed for the children. Ito yung direct quote yata from the document ni applicant. Kailangan daw ng caregiver to tend to their essential requirements in terms of meals and extracurricular activities. Because the father daw often traveled for work and the mother worked full-time in healthcare. What do you think about that explanation? For me, it's very generic. Kumbaga, ginagawa naman yan talaga ng mga caregiver. Siguro nakulangan ng IRCC ng specific or special reason kung bakit kailangan talaga sa ganitong edad, no? Months later, in May 2024, nagbigay pa ng pangalawang PFL. Muli kay applicant, stating that the decision maker, ang IRCC, had concerns that the offer of employment was not genuine. And binibigyan muli ng pagkakataon si applicant to address this concern. Sumagot muli si applicant, may statement ulit from the prospective employer na, eto na, dahil nga 2024 na guys, yung isang alaga dapat over 18 years old na raw. No longer required a full-time caregiver. But the younger child, na noong 2024, is 16 and a half years old na, still needs care such as looking after his meals, laundry, educational training, keep record of routine care, and support social development. Okay, yun po ang paliwanag na ibinigay. Hindi pa rin po nakumbinsi ang IRCC. A few months later, again, in August 2024, nireject na po ng tuluyan ang kanyang PR application. Ang sabi, they found that the employment offer was not genuine. The officer found that no specific explanation is given as to why the 16 and a half years old child would still need full-time childcare after school. Which reminds me, di ba dito sa Canada, alam ko, some kids, pinapayagan na pong mag-babysit ng mas batang mga bata, basta sila ay umabot na around 13 years old. Ang pagkakaalam ko pa dyan, meron pa nga parang babysitting training course na pinapagawa sa mga ganyang edad, pagdating ng 12, 13. Para at least kahit papaano alam nila yung basics sa pagbe-babysit, no? Naalala ko lang. So now, na-refuse na, no? Dinala ngayon sa federal court ni applicant ang refusal. Okay, yun nga lang, ang sabi ni judge, ito, in my view, there is no basis to interfere with the decision. The burden was on the applicant to demonstrate that she met the requirements of the program, including na dapat daw yung kanyang prospective employer required the assistance of a full-time caregiver. The officer's finding that no specific reason had been given for why a 16-year-old youth required a full-time caregiver is entirely reasonable. At dahil dyan, sabi ni judge, the decision is based on an internally coherent and rational chain of analysis. It is justified. So, the application for judicial review is dismissed. Refused pa rin. Yan ang ending ng ating federal court decision. Okay, I wonder what happened, no? Kasi mukhang nasa loob na ng Canada si applicant, mukhang nasa bandang British Columbia nung tinignan ko yung detalye kung nasan yung kanyang legal representation. Anyway, I will end this episode here. Yung mga caregivers natin dyan, by the way guys, kamusta kayo? May movement ba sa inyong mga PR applications dun sa huling pilot program? Let me know. Put them down there in the comment section. I look forward to reading them. I'll end this episode here. See you guys in the next one. Bye!